Hi, Carly.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. So looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
It's good to meet you too.
I was going to say it was a big day yesterday. Fuller House came out. You sang the theme song. How amazing was that?
I mean, I'm so bummed I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But I did get to meet the producer and creator of the show last night. He came to see our Anaheim show, so we got to meet him afterwards, and we actually did a little sing-along to tune on the bus together.
Now, you're in San Francisco. Have you had a chance to check out the actual Full House in Alamo Square?
I made a priority of it, yeah.
You
We
did?
actually stopped by 15 minutes before sound check and squeezed it in, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you take some pictures, put them on Instagram or anything like that?
I confess I'm guilty. We posted a picture on Instagram in front of the house,
Perfect.
yes.
All right, so you were so good as Frenchie in Grease Live.
Thank you.
Do you have any other plans for more acting, something along those lines?
I mean, one of the great mysteries of my life has just been the curveballs that have been thrown my way. So I have no immediate plans for acting. I think Cinderella and Grease kind of fell into my lap and just so happened to be a great sort of secret passion of mine.
Right.
But career-wise, my main focus has always been sort of on my music project, and anything that fuels and sort of adds to that fire is great.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, your album Emotion, Rolling Stone, they said it was in their top 50 last year, top 5 on Time Magazine, and Spin top 25. Is it fair to say that there's something for everything, something for everyone on that album, and was that intentional?
Oh, well, first of all, it's incredible to be a part of those lists. It was a huge surprise and an amazing feeling that we weren't expecting. I had a couple mission statements with the making of this album, and one of those was to make a pop album of maturity that adults could embrace and enjoy too. And
I think they are.
And that means a lot to me. Yeah.
I have a quote from the New York Times here. They said, "Emotion is brimming with potential radio singles." So which one do you think is going to be next?
I don't know.
Is there one that you would like to choose?
I mean, to be honest, the other sort of mission statement in that long list of dreams and sort of talking it out before the album was created was that there not just be focus on one single or two singles, and that this really be an album that had a full selection of songs to highlight. So we've purposely been doing kind of videos that aren't even singles to just sort of pay more creative attention to the whole album as its scope.
Absolutely. Warmblood, that's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's one of my favorite ones to do live, actually.
Is it really? So
Yeah.
you're gonna do it tonight?
We will, yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Where did that song come from?
Oh God, that song had a bit of a journey in itself. It began as a song that was actually Warm Love Feels Good. I can't control it anymore. And it was a tune I began writing with some of my creative partners in Vancouver, Canada, Joe and Tino, who are also part of Didn't Just Come Here to Dance, two very different songs.
Sweet.
And then much later on, I was in a session with Rostam from Vampire Weekend.
Right.
And he had just sort of played a couple sort of notes, and this idea kind of popped back into my head, and I showed it to him, and he misheard me. He thought I said, warm blood feels good. And right away we were like, that's creepy, but kind of cooler. And we worked off of that, wrote new verses together, and had an entirely different product by the time we were done.
Sweet. What are you most looking forward to the rest of 2016?
I think this tour itself is just it feels kind of like a landmark for me. There's always a feeling of reaching in this career that I think gets really tiring, where you're like, this is great, but I want more, and I want more, and I gotta work for this next. And just getting to be in these audiences space for a minute and feel that energy and see them kind of singing along to stuff, it feels like such a victory, something that I've dreamt about since I was a little girl, and I can't picture a better tour than this.
So you're at a great point in your career right now. What would you, if you had the opportunity to go back and tell the 20-year-old you some sort of advice, what would you say to yourself?
My 20-year-old self learned a lot of the lessons that I think gave me the stamina for this lifestyle, because I was tested quite early on with the types of tours and the types of obstacles, kind of whether or not I was in this for the money or the passion. And I'd say for any 20-year-old going into this, obviously you want to make a life of it, but if you don't have the passion, you won't last. It's as simple as that. So I would just tell my 20-year-old self to calm down a little bit, because I probably was stressed out about things that I didn't need to be. But I would be proud of my 20-year-old self for like sticking it out, you know? I don't know, a little bit of both.
Totally.
Yeah.
Any advice for any upcoming singer-songwriters?
I think one of the greatest sort of breakthroughs for me in songwriting was the hunger and humiliation of just showcasing it, even when it wasn't ready. I got to a place in Vancouver where there was lots of open mics and sort of coffee shops, and I was creating like music nights among friends and hosting them so that we could have a platform for performing songs that we had written.
Yeah.
And if it's a safe community of people to do that, you can learn a lot by being open to criticism and letting a song that's fresh off the boat be judged by peers who are loving and ready to kind of critique it. And I think that was like a really like important stage in my writing, and I would encourage anyone who's young to go out there and not keep it all locked in, but share even when it feels too soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Who's on your playlist right now?
Christine and the Queens is one of my favorites. I'm also into this Spanish artist who I can't remember the name of, but I'm driving my band crazy with it because I keep playing it every morning. And then, you know, I'm also really like kind of digging into a lot of the work that some of the past producers from my project have been involved in, just because in the back of my mind I'm also percolating the idea of when will I start writing for this next project. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I've been listening a lot to
I guess you always got to think that way though, right?
Yeah.
Do you have like a whole notebook of songs that you haven't made yet?
I wish I was that organized. They're not like in one place, but I have like a scatterbox of material from when I started writing, like 17 till now. Even today we did a talk about the song When I Needed You in one of these sort of songwriting circles and how it all came to be, and it kind of came to my memory that the bridge from that song I had written when I was 17. It's just, I think that everybody's process is different, but for me it's always been about collecting as many ideas as you go, and perspective will do what it's supposed to and show you the ones that need to be looked back at again and that really have something to them, and the rest were just kind of, I don't know, the journey to get to those spots.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.